We spend hours every week reading articles, listening to podcasts, and consuming advice that we think will help us. But when it's time to actually apply those insights to a project, the details are usually gone. It's a biological limitation. Your brain is optimized for generating new ideas and making connections. It is not a storage device designed to hold thousands of raw data points. To bridge this gap, you only need two things: a digital note-taking app and one active project you are currently working on. Once those are in place, you can implement the CODE framework: capture, organize, distill, and express. This is the structural blueprint for building a second brain. Installing this system shifts your role from a passive consumer of information to a creator who consistently builds tangible assets from what they learn. The first step is capture. Inside your note-taking app, create a single, centralized folder titled Inbox. When you encounter an article or a quote that you want to save, use a web clipper or your phone's share extension to send that text directly into this folder. The failure point here is the urge to save everything. If you capture entire articles out of a fear of missing out, you are simply hoarding data you will never reread. Instead, follow the resonance rule. Act like a museum curator. Only capture the specific paragraphs or sentences that intuitively strike a chord with you. By saving only what resonates, your inbox stays clear of noise, becoming a high-signal reservoir of information that you can actually trust. Step 2 is organize. Most people sort their notes by broad topics like marketing or history, but broad folders often become graveyards for ideas because they don't tell you what to do with the information. To avoid this, use the para method. This organizes information into 4 categories based on actionability: projects, areas, resources, and archives. When you process your inbox, move the note into the specific active project folder where it will be used. The goal is to stop asking, "What is this about?" and start asking, "Where will I use this next?" Organizing strictly by action ensures that information surfaces exactly when you need to execute a task, removing the friction of searching for lost research. Step 3 is distill. We use a technique called progressive summarization to make your notes useful for your future self without wasting hours on formatting. The first layer is simple. Skim the note and highlight only the best, most relevant parts. For the second layer, review only those highlights and bold the core words that represent the main insight. Finally, if the note is particularly valuable, write a 3-point summary at the very top of the page. Don't try to analyze the entire text in one sitting. Take an opportunistic approach. Only add a layer of formatting when you naturally touch the note during your work. These layers create a tiered map of the information. You can glance at the summary for a quick reminder, or scan the bolded text for context, allowing you to retrieve the insight without ever having to reread the original note. The final step is express. Taking notes isn't about building a private library. It's about creating results in the real world. We do this by building intermediate packets, small, discrete units of work like a meeting agenda, a slide deck draft, or a research list. When it's time to create, open a blank document side by side with your project folder. Drag and combine the pre-written summaries and highlights from your notes into the new document to form a rough draft. Writing an entire project from scratch in one sitting is exhausting and invites procrastination. But by assembling these pre-distilled packets, you aren't starting with a blank page. You are simply connecting building blocks you've already created. The journey is now complete, turning raw information through capture, organize, and distill into the final step of express. This process removes the pressure of having to think of something smart on the spot. Your insights are already captured and waiting. Make it a habit to end your work sessions by completing just one intermediate packet. By practicing this system consistently, you stop being an overwhelmed collector of data. Instead, you build a searchable library of insights that makes every subsequent project easier to start and faster to finish.